What's going on, everybody? It's Warhawk, and welcome to Nerf Talk. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to make videos anymore, but guess what? I am, because there's a Nerf subject out there that I just can't keep my mouth shut. I had to put the camera up for this. And what I'm talking about is the new Nerf N Series. Now, I'm pretty sure that you are all aware of this new series, but if you're not, here's a quick look. Now what I want to do in this video is we're going to do a quick rundown on the N-Series blasters themselves because I went out and bought them all. I'm only missing one. That's the Pillager's crossbow one. Wasn't really a fan of that one anyways, but I do own all the rest of them. And we're going to talk about the blasters really quick, and then I want to talk about the darts, the N1 darts themselves. Alright, so let's start with the Flex. Now the N-Series Flex is pretty much your equivalent to your Elite Jolts. Now it operates just like the Jolt, so you're just going to load your dart in the front like this, pull down here on your prime, and then just pull your trigger. Now this one I got an average around 87 FPS. Not hitting any 90s, but it's getting close, so not bad for a little single shot. Now you can get the Flex Party Pack. It comes with 5 of the Flexes and 15 of the N1 darts, and I think that's running around $30. Now we'll move on to the Triple Action Pack. Now in this pack you are going to get 3 blasters. Now 2 of them I don't know the name of, but I know the name of this one. You get the Ward in that pack. Now all 3 blasters are 2-shot smart ARs, so they're pretty much the Ward, just this one is a little bit more souped up. It's got a little guard on it, little sights up there. And then this one, pretty much a Ward, but yet the prime is on the top. So to prime this one, all you're going to do is just pull back here, see it locks, and then you can just pull your trigger. Now these guys are averaging between 84 and 87 FPS. Still no 90s out of any one of these. Now this pack runs for about $30 as well, and you get 12 of the new N1 darts. Now let's take a look at the Gear Up pack. Now the Gear Up pack comes with 3 blasters as well. It comes with the good old Flex, and 2 blasters I'm not really sure the name of, if they have names, but this one is pretty much a Flex that's been kind of souped up a bit. It came with this pretty cool scope here, which can come off, it's detachable, and you can put a stock on the end of this. So I mean, it is just a little single shot. It's kind of like an iron fire, right? Remember the iron fire was a little single shot, but you could add all the attachments to it. Pretty much the same thing. And then this guy here is almost like an agility, but it's bolt action, and it's only a 4-dart cylinder, so instead of 6 it only holds 4. Now it only comes with 1 bolt, but you can put it in on either side, and detachable stock. Not bad, pretty cool. These guys are shooting pretty much the same, roughly around 84 to 87 FPS. Still no 90s yet, but not bad little blaster, not a bad little pack. And next we have the agility. Now this is one of my more favorite, I guess you could say, of the N series. It's kind of the upgraded Disruptor, I guess you could say. It's the N series equivalent to the Disruptor. Now I like everything about this blaster except for this right here. This can get a little annoying when you're using it, you know, because it can be hitting the back of your hand and stuff. And when you go to prime, if it's up like that, oh, that can get really annoying. But I could see why it's there, because these are, you know, obviously directed to the younger nerfers. So it's really easy to prime this blaster by using that handle right there. And the prime on this is so smooth. Now the agility has a 6-dart cylinder, and it's firing its darts right around 87 FPS average. So I did see an 89 out of it, but most of the time I was getting anywhere between 85, 86, 87. So that's where the agility is hitting, and the agility is actually really well priced. It's only going for like 12 bucks. Comes with 12 of the new N1 darts. So if you are gonna get into the N1 series, go get an agility for sure. This is a really cool blaster. And next up we have the Pinpoint. If you are familiar with the N series, you obviously know the Pinpoint. Everybody kind of knows roughly about the Pinpoint. Now this blaster is going for around $30 as well, and when you get it, the barrel is not attached. So when you do attach it, remember, you can't take it back off. It also comes with a 10-dart mag. So 10 darts, not bad, but I guess they were kind of going for that sniper rifle kind of feel, because, you know, sniper rifles don't really have big mags, but we could have used a little bit bigger mag, but that's okay. But the funny thing is, it comes with 18 N1 darts, so it's kind of like, why couldn't you just add 2 more darts just so you could fill your mag twice? But anywho, now once you load your darts in, you're just gonna pop your mag in like that, and this is a bolt action blaster. I love bolt action blasters. Now the only thing about this one, I find the prime is not the smoothest. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as smooth as I like my bolt actions. I got an itchy nose. It's got a really nice trigger pull, and it's shooting its N1 darts around 89. I got an 89 FPS average. I did see a 90, a couple of them out of this, but more of the 88, 89 area FPS. So, but this one's been closest to 90. Now the scope on it is attached, and it's just got a little plastic crosshair in there, nothing special. The stock, it looks short, but it's not that bad. It could have been a little bit longer, but of course, remember, these aren't meant for adults, everybody. So, but not a bad blaster overall. Now we're going to take a look at the Shadow Storm. Now this is the equivalent to the Ghost Stop Shadow. Now if you all remember the Shadow with its internal mag, we all remember how well that worked, right? Well, pretty much the same thing. To load it, it's got a 7-dart internal mag. Pretty sure it's 7. Anyway, you can tell how not impressed I am with this one. But anyway, yeah, so you're just gonna load your darts in there. Just like that, just like your good old Shadow. And then once you got your dart in, prime that forward, pull your trigger. Now the cool thing about the Shadow Storm is that it does come with attachments. So it does come with your stock and your barrel and the scope on top. So that's kind of cool because the Shadow Storm is pretty much officially the first N series blaster with attachments, other than the gear up pack that comes with the stock and that other scope. When I was using this blaster, testing it out, it jammed quite a few times. Not only that, a few times it actually bent the dart and ripped the head off of the dart. So I have lost darts due to this blaster, so yeah. Now this will run you for around $40. It comes with 24 of the N1 darts. And it's only shooting around 87 FPS average. I did even see a 78 out of it, so yeah, it's not hitting the 90s, no, not yet, so we don't have any blasters hitting 90s yet. But anyways, yeah, that's a Shadow Storm, so if you like attachments, then you're gonna want it. If you don't want attachments, This is a no-no. No. Now we're going to take a look at my favorite N Series blaster, the Strikeback. Now, why do I like this blaster so much? It's because it reminds me a lot of the Takedown. Because it does have an internal mag, which holds 6 darts. So you're just going to put your darts in here like this. But unlike the Shadow, this one knows how to use its internal mag. And it also does a pretty cool trick when you fire it. So I just kind of want, oh, yeah, just watch. Just shoot my light. Let's see how that slid forward. That's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, no slam fire, but this one would have been really cool if it did. But this one is operates so nice and smooth, and the stock on it, the prime on it, the trigger pull on it, just everything about this blaster is awesome. Now this will run you for $30, and it comes with 18 of the N1 darts, which is firing around 87 FPS average. So again, not the 90 FPS average that it's claiming, but pretty close. It does have this pretty cool tack rail up here, 2 dart holders on each side of the blaster, and 2 dart storage on each side of the stock. So not only does this blaster look cool and operate very well, but I like it a lot, just because it's very cool. Go get this one. If you can get any of the new N Series blasters, this is the one you want to go get. Definitely. Now let's take a look at the Sprinter. Now, if this looks familiar to you, that's because it's pretty much the equivalent to the Raven. Is it better or as good as the Raven? Not even close. It looks cool. I mean, it definitely looks cool with its guard and all this stuff up here. Comes with the 16 dart mag, which is kind of funny because it only comes with 16 darts. You knew that was going to happen eventually, right, with one of these blasters. But anyway, 16 dart mag goes in there. It is a bull pump. Now this happens to be the first motorized N Series blaster. So the fact that they went to the Raven and not the Strife is kind of interesting, because I'm probably thinking that they knew how iconic the Raven was. But when you're gonna try and either copy off of something that works as awesome as the Raven, you're gonna want to try and outdo it, or at least match it. So unfortunately, the Sprinter does not do that. Now it does run on 6 AA batteries, but unfortunately, I still didn't see any 90s out of mine. And I got brand new batteries in there, and yes, they are name brand. But I was getting an average of 88. So again, not 90s, but we are very close. Now the rev trigger on this blaster and the trigger pull, very, very nice. Just the one thing I'm confused about is this here. I'm just kind of wondering what this is for. Now, I'm thinking, hear me out on this, for adult size hands, right? Because as you can see, this guard here, not a lot of room. Like 3 fingers, that's, you know, that's not a lot of room in there. And this one here too. They could have went without this, but anyhow. Now I've seen a lot of people operate their blasters like this, where they have their index finger on the blaster, and this finger here would be on the trigger. So, you know, you just slide that down, and that gives you the ability to hold the blaster like that. Now it's pretty comfortable. This could have been moved down a little closer because, you know, you can see that's pretty widespread there, but it does work. So I'm wondering if they actually did that on purpose or by mistake. Either way, it's kind of cool. Now, as I was saying, the rev trigger and the trigger pull itself, very smooth. The trigger pull kind of reminds me of the Hailfire. Now, if you know the Hailfire trigger pull, pretty close. Almost not as good as the Hailfire, but very, very close. So for, I don't know, I think this one was 50 bucks. Unfortunately, like I said, it did only come with the 16 and 1 darts, but for the first motorized blaster from the N series, it's not bad, but it's no Raven, that's for sure. And then last but not least, the big guy, the Infinite. Now, when I first saw this blaster, it had me fooled because I didn't think this big guy, or this big 40 dart chain mag thing didn't come out until I kind of figured out that, yeah, there's a mag release right there. Now, the only crappy thing about inserting this mag chain thingy is that I'm finding that you got to have the blaster prime, which, you know, not like a big deal, but it would have been nice that you could just pop her in. But anyhow, once you got it primed, you can just slide her in, and that's obviously how you're gonna fire it. Now, once you put this chain mag thing in, this dart becomes pretty heavy. This is not a light blaster by any means at all, and just imagine a smaller nerfer running around with this big thing hanging out the bottom. Bad things could happen. So I'm thinking this guy was aimed for the older nerfers out there. When I say older, you know, teenage guys like us kind of deal, because the stock on it is really big. It's got a big stock, lots of room there for your hand on that grip and stuff like that. The only thing is that mag release is quite a distance away, so there's no way you're gonna accidentally hit it, because if you do, this is gonna just drop, right? So as soon as you hit that, that's gonna just pop out. So we're gonna put that back in. Now this guy is running around $60 in my area. Anyway, I'm Canadian, so I'm sure most of you know by that now, I hope. Yeah, so it's 60 bucks, but it comes with 80 of those N1 darts. So you get a ton of darts with this blaster, enough to fill this mag chain thingy up twice, because you only do get the one. Would have been nice to get two, but it is Hasbro, it's Nerf, right? And this guy, averaging 89. So the closest one I found to the 90 mark was this blaster here, this N series blaster here, the Infinite. I do like the name of it too, because the Infinus is my favorite blaster. I'm sure all of you knew that, right? If you're just checking out the N series, you're gonna want to leave this one alone. I know it looks cool, and it, you know, you're all like, hey, this thing's all right, but there are a few issues with it. For one, the slam fire. It's sloppy. When I was trying to slam fire it out, like, I would be skipping, or the prime wouldn't go all the way back or forward for me. So, you know, it's got a sloppy slam fire on it. At least it has it though. That's kind of cool. But other than that, for $60, I mean, yeah, there's better ones. There's better blasters out there that you can get for that price. But so yeah, you're gonna want to walk past this one. But I mean, it's not a bad idea what they did with this chain. It's really easy to load and stuff. So, but then, you know, it's not for everybody. All right, so that pretty much covers all the N series blasters. So if you made it this far, you're gonna want to hear what I have to say about the N1 darts themselves. So Nerf has made the claim that these are the most accurate, can pretty much shoot the furthest, and have the highest FPS out of all the darts that they've made. Well, now granted, they do shoot harder than your elite darts. So harder than your ultras? No, right around the same. Harder than the rivals? No, pretty much right around the same. But overall, these new N1 darts are garbage. They are absolute garbage. They are not accurate at all. They don't hit 90s, and I mean, if one does, it's going to be like 1 out of 50. Trying to hit the target at 50 feet with these things, good luck. I shot hundreds of these, and I was only 50 feet away. I might have hit the target maybe 10 times. I mean, they're horrible, just bad. And these are supposed to replace Elite, which is very sad, because I mean, at least Elite darts you could hit a target. You know, these don't even come close. They're like hollow inside. So, whoop. They're like hollow inside. There's nothing to them. So if there's a little bit of wind, like, they're gone. So I don't know, man. This was a big mistake by Nerf for sure. If they're getting rid of Elite darts for this, I mean, I went out and bought all the blasters just because I'm a collector. But if you are actually into Nerf and use Nerf for like neighborhood wars or whatever else as a hobby and fun out there, you don't want these. They're crap. I mean, I don't like them at all. They're not accurate at all. They jam a lot. Fortunately, the Infinite and the Sprinter, I didn't really get many jams with those, but I think that's just because how, you know, one's motorized and that thing's got that giant chain, so there's just no way you're gonna get a dart jammed up in there unless, I don't know, one doesn't fire off. But anyway, the Pinpoint jammed on me a few times. Shadow Storm constantly. Agility didn't, because it's a cylinder, right? But I mean, these things, they just bend, right? Like, look at, like, there's nothing to them. I don't know. And then once they get out of shape like that, man, like, they're just, I don't like them. So overall, just stay away from the N series. If you, like I said, are into Nerf, like running around having, you know, friendly battles or actually in a part of a club, N series blasters are good, but the darts themselves are garbage. Unfortunately, they're like Hyper. You know, Hyper blasters were awesome, man. Like, the blasters, the design of them were wicked. Just the ammo, the Hyper ammo, is garbage. So, I mean, I'm sorry. N series will never top Elite, in my opinion, at all. I'm hoping this is a phase by Nerf, maybe. Just a hype. You know, oh, Elite's going out. Oh, we're not making Elite anymore. You know, this is new series. Go get it. Like the Ultra. Remember when they pulled that off with the Ultra? It's the same thing, except for Ultra's better. So that's all I can say. Like, unfortunately, the N1 dart is not good. But the blasters are pretty cool. And the darts, like I said themselves, not that great at all. But there we go, everybody. That is my opinion on the new N series from Nerf. Bad idea. Nerf, what do you... I don't know, man. Lately, you've just been kind of like snowballing. At least you're trying with the Pro blasters. Keep going on that. Keep working on it. You're never going to get to the dart zone level. That's not going to happen. But you can, you know, you can improve. Anyhow, so thanks for watching, everybody. Have fun with those.